Okay, camera's ready? Everyone ready to go? Okay, let's go. Thanks, Rick.
Good afternoon, everyone. The purpose of this media release is to seek public assistance for the investigation of a serious sexual assault of a 10-year-old girl at Blair Athol on Wednesday, 3rd of April last week. Police provided a media release on Wednesday last week. However, as a result of further investigations, we are releasing additional information that may help members of the public, and in particular, members of the Afghan community, to come forward with any information that may assist us to find the man responsible for this dreadful crime. This assault occurred at the Blair Athol Sports Community Club, Lionel Avenue at Blair Athol, sometime between 5 and 5:30 p.m. on Wednesday the 3rd of April 2019. It occurred in the public toilets at those grounds. This crime was conducted in the vicinity of many members of the community who may have witnessed something unusual or someone acting suspiciously. It occurred during soccer training which was being conducted at the club, so I have little doubt people would have seen the suspect but may not have necessarily taken much notice. It is hoped that by releasing further information, this may jog people's memory who may hold vital information of what they saw or heard. The distinctive aspect of this matter is the suspect was accompanied by 2 young girls, believed to be aged between 1 and 5. It is believed that one of the 2 girls was dressed in some pink clothing. From the information we have obtained, it appears these 2 young girls may have a strong connection to the suspect, possibly a close relative, possibly their father. So my first appeal for assistance relates to those members of the public who are in the car park area around the club rooms on Wednesday 3rd of April, specifically between 4:30 p.m. and 6 p.m. They may recall seeing a man with 2 young girls playing at the playground, walking around the car park area or near the public toilets. People may have dash cams fitted on their vehicles who may have footage of the car park area around the time and date, and people may have seen this man with 2 little girls wandering the area. We need anyone with information about this man and the 2 little girls to come forward and contact Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000. We have a photo fit image of the suspect which has been produced from witness information. He is described as male, Afghan descent, with an age range of 30 to 50 years, keeping in mind the description comes from a 10-year-old girl, so there needs to be some flexibility with her description. At the time, he was wearing a grey-coloured top and peach-coloured shorts. He had dark hair with a fringe that partially covered his forehead. We have also obtained some footage which shows the young victim riding her bicycle. This footage is being shown in the hope that someone may recall seeing her and/or the suspect with the 2 little girls. This crime involves the Afghan community, and we are reaching out to them for their help in finding this man. For this reason, we have also prepared a statement seeking help from the Afghan community in their language, which is accessible on the SA Police website. I urge anyone in the Afghan community who may have information that can assist police to come forward. They may remain anonymous, and if they wish, they can contact Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000. Any information provided through Crime Stoppers will be treated with strict confidentiality. If the man responsible for this crime is listening to this release, I would advise him to be aware that this investigation will not stop until you're caught. There are many detectives dedicated to this investigation working long hours who are committed to finding you. It's not a matter of if you will be caught, it's a matter of when. Yes.
Have you had any other residents in the area come forward?
No. No, there's nothing else that suggests this crime is linked to any other crime.
The video that you had of the young girl riding the bike, was that taken on the day of this
Yes.
crime?
Yes.
Was she riding to the park?
This was footage of her riding from the park.
Have you had much support from the local community coming forward with information today?
We haven't had a lot of support, but we've had some engagement with community groups within the Blair Athol district, and we anticipate to engage with them more, so we're anticipating some more assistance.
Presumably these are locals and you may have walked to the park.
It's difficult to say, but suggestions of the circumstances would suggest that it is likely that he's more likely to live in the area as opposed to having driven, but we wouldn't discount the car aspect.
Do you have concerns for the two young girls seen with him at the time?
I think in the circumstances you'd have to say yes, we do. Because of the nature of the crime that's been committed, of course, it would lead you to wonder about what's occurring with those other two girls as well, which is really important for us to identify him quickly.
You mentioned that he might be their father.
Yes.
What information do you have that might suggest that?
I wouldn't like to release that information specifically, but there is a strong link. It's a relative, close relative, possibly the father.
Do you understand whether the girls at the time, those people who saw the two girls, did they appear frightened? Did they appear like they weren't with the man, but there reluctantly?
No, there's no suggestion of that. There's a suggestion they are very familiar with him and were quite comfortable in his presence.
Why put out this Afghani audio?
It's part of reaching out to the community because there may be people there. In our limited contact that we've had with the community so far, there are many people that can't speak English. So we're trying to appeal to those people in the community and get the community talking about it. And hopefully, if we reach out in their language, it'll generate some more communication between us and them.
So did he speak to the 10-year-old girl in Afghani?
Sorry, did who speak?
Did the offender speak to?
I wouldn't like to release the details specifically of the nature of the conversation, but there was Afghan language used during conversations, yes.
You're taking this very seriously. What's most alarming for police?
The fact of the nature of the act itself, being a sexual assault, the age of the girl being so young at 10 years old, the time of day it was committed was during daylight hours, and it was committed when there was a sports functions going on with lots and lots of people around. So, as I said to you earlier, there's no doubt that people in that community around that time would have seen this person at the playground or walking around the car park with his children. They may not have taken any notice because it may have looked quite natural for him to be walking around and specifically walking to the toilets with young girls to take them to the toilet. They're not to know that he had an ulterior motive.
Do you believe that someone's withholding information?
I don't think deliberately, no, at this stage, and that's why we're appealing to people to try and jog their memories, to try and show them footage and give them images of things to help us to try and identify this person. I think he will be identified eventually, and with the assistance of the community, this would happen a lot faster.
It's pretty brazen, by the sounds of it.
It is very brazen, very brazen. Yeah.
The 10-year-old girl and her family, are they holding up okay?
Yes, they are. They have support from services that SAPOL are providing, along with Department of Child Protection, and so they're doing okay. We're making sure that their welfare is being monitored.
Do police hold concerns that this man might, attack again?
It's a possibility, but there's nothing at the moment to suggest that it's an incident that will be ongoing.
Is a young victim out there, Afghani as well?
Yes.
Okay, final questions?